One tire is much better on wet roads, the other destroy it in snow braking. So between the BFGoodrich Trail-Terrain TA and the Falken WildPeak A Trail, which soft all-terrain tire you should actually buy? This is the BFGoodrich Trail-Terrain TA versus the Falken WildPeak A Trail. Both sits in the soft all-terrain category, tires made for SUV and crossover drivers who want the rugged AT look but still need daily comfort, wet grip, and highway refinement. The results data are based on Tire Rack's 2025 crossover tire test. We start in the wet, and this is where Falken immediately takes control. The Falken WildPeak A Trail stops in 165 feet. The BFGoodrich Trail-Terrain TA needs 189 feet. That means Falken stops 24 feet shorter, giving it a huge 15% advantage. This is not a small difference. For daily driving, wet braking is one of the most important safety categories. In wet handling field, Falken also wins. It scores 6.75 out of 10, while BFGoodrich only scores 5.44. That gives Falken around a 7% advantage. Around the wet handling lap, Falken is also faster. It completes the lap in 35.68 seconds, while the BFGoodrich takes 38.12 seconds. That is a 2.44 second advantage, again around 7% better. So in the wet, this is not close. Falken brakes shorter, feels better, and handles faster. On dry roads, Falken keeps the advantage, but the gap becomes smaller. In dry braking, Falken stops in 136 feet. BFGoodrich needs 138 feet. That is only a 2-foot difference, or around 1% better for Falken. So dry braking is close, but dry handling tells another clearer story. Falken scores 6.69 out of 10, while BFGoodrich scores 5.38. That gives Falken around a 7% advantage in dry handling field. So if you drive mostly on normal roads, Falken feels like the more confident tire. For noise, comfort, and ride quality, Falken also has the edge. The WildPeak A Trail scores 6.92 out of 10, while the BFGoodrich Trail-Terrain TA scores 6.33. That gives Falken around a 3% advantage. This matters because soft AT tires are not hardcore off-road tires. Most owners will use them every day on highways, city roads, and long drive. Up to this point, Falken looks like the obvious winner. It wins in wet, dry, and comfort. But then, the road turns white. Now, we move on to snow. And this is where the whole comparison changes. In snow braking, the BFGoodrich is much stronger. The Trail-Terrain TA stops in 52.4 feet, while the Falken needs 79.2 feet. That means BFGoodrich stops 26.8 feet shorter. Falken is 34% behind in snow braking. This is the biggest gap in the comparison. In snow acceleration, BFGoodrich also wins. The BFGoodrich needs 21.83 feet to get moving, while Falken needs 22.81 feet. That puts Falken around 4% behind. In subjective snow handling, BFGoodrich scores 5.42, while Falken scores 4.5. That gives BFGoodrich around a 5% advantage. And in snow handling lap time, BFGoodrich complete the lap in 59.61 seconds. Falken takes 62.65 seconds. That makes BFGoodrich 3.04 seconds quicker. Again, around 5% better. This is a plot twist. Falken is a better normal road tire, but the BFGoodrich is clearly the stronger snow tire. On ice, the BFGoodrich keeps the winter advantage. The Trail-Terrain TA stops in 47.8 feet, while the WildPeak A Trail needs 52.4 feet. That means BFGoodrich stops 4.6 feet shorter, putting the Falken around 9% behind. So for winter confidence, BFGoodrich has the stronger case. Now, let's talk about tread life. The Falken WildPeak A Trail has a UTQG tread wear rating of 680, while the BFGoodrich Trail-Terrain TA is rated at 660. That gives Falken a small 3% tread wear advantage on paper. The warranty also favors Falken. Falken offers 65,000 miles, while BFGoodrich offers 60,000 miles. That gives Falken 5,000 miles more coverage, or around an 8% warranty advantage. So Falken is not just better on wet and dry roads, it also has better warranty. In the size 235/55 R19, the BFGoodrich costs $255 US, while Falken costs only $259. That makes Falken only $4 US more expensive, or around 2% higher. So BFGoodrich is technically cheaper, but the price difference is very small. From my tire expert point of view, the Falken WildPeak A Trail is the better everyday soft AT tire. It wins in wet braking, wet handling, dry handling, comfort, UTQG tread wear, and mileage warranty. And it also only costs less in this size. So if you drive mostly on highway, city roads, wet roads, and light gravel, I would lean toward the Falken WildPeak A trail. But the BFGoodrich Trail-Terrain T has one major advantage: winter grip. It is much stronger in snow braking, better in snow acceleration, better in snow handling, and better on ice. That snow braking gap is especially huge. So if you live somewhere with real snow or icy roads, the BFGoodrich Trail-Terrain T becomes the stellar winter choice.
Thanks for watching and don't forget to subscribe.